Hi there. Um, is katakana the Konami code of Japanese characters? It's nice to see you today. My name is Anthony, and welcome to my Japanese learning live stream, where I try to figure out whether it is actually possible to learn Japanese using apps. My gut says no, but that's what I want to find out. We're streaming on twitch.tv/AnthonyKel right now. If you're watching later on YouTube, you can't go to youtube.com/AnthonyKel. It is youtube.com/ a random bunch of letters and numbers. And that's because if you want to have your own custom URL on YouTube, you have to have 100 subscribers. And looking over here right now, I have 9. So we have a little way to go there. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you can go to @AnthonyKellyYip. And if you want to follow me on Duolingo, go to AnthonyKel. That is AnthonyHony /KEL. Do you like the egg yolk character in Japan? Hey, Bath Noodle. Shit, it's nice to see you here. Um, I don't know. I remember when I first saw that egg yolk character, it was a little bit creepy. What is the name of the egg yolk character? Do you know? Hold on a second. Hey, Ducko the Duck. By the way, if you want to get to my YouTube channel, you can go to anthonykelly.live over here, and there is a link in the corner. I've got some Pokemon Go videos on there, and some videos of me just walking around Hong Kong. Hold on, that's the YouTube link. I don't remember, but you got to get on board because it is the most beloved icon of Japan. His revenue is bigger than Toyota. That's ridiculous. Um, yeah, I remember reading a while back about like the biggest franchise properties in the world, and things like Hello Kitty and Pokemon seem to be huge, like way, way, way bigger than a lot of like Disney properties and things like that. Hello Kitty is nothing compared to the egg. I do not know how to say scrambled eggs in Japanese yet. Um, I am I'm not an absolute beginner at Japanese, but I am probably just like a tiny, tiny step above that. Okay, hold on. Um, Bath Noodle would like to know what the name of that Japanese scrambled egg is. Let's find out. Okay, then. What do you think the search would be? Japanese scrambled egg character. That's what I'm going to search for. And let's see if we can find it. How to pronounce scrambled. Okay, we've got this. Oh, yes. This is Gudetama. Gudetama. It's a cartoon produced by Sanrio, who produced everything else. Right now, I think that my favorite Sanrio cartoon is Agretsuko. It's that little red panda who just flies into a rage every now and then at work, and I think she's really good. I don't know how to say scrambled egg in Japanese. Hold on a second. How do you say scrambled egg in Japanese?
In Japanese, that's scrambled egg.
I don't know if that's right or not, but this leads into to what I wanted to talk about today, which is katakana. Now, um, I'm guessing some of you who are learning Japanese know about hiragana and katakana characters. I went through hiragana last week, and we tried to use a few different apps. One of which was an app called Hiragana Pro, which I've got right here. And Hiragana Pro is a really good flashcard app where you can train yourself to recognize hiragana characters. To be honest, I came for the purple. It's a beautiful color. Um, but I stayed for this really, really good app, which it will display to you the various characters. So here we have Keep. Now, it won't give you a choice straight away. You have to tap the screen first, and then you can see if you can remember what the character is. So we have Keep here, and it goes through the whole the whole character set, there is another set of characters in Japanese called katakana. And katakana is, you could say it's like, hey, bath noodle shit. Am I allowed to say that? This is family friendly. Bath noodle. Um, Thank you for following me. That's really kind of you. You are my second ever follower, but this is my second ever stream, so I'm doing well. Yeah, so we have hiragana, which is the character set that is used for, the majority of Japanese words, and you've got to learn it. Um, Katakana is kind of the same in that the sounds of katakana characters and the sounds of hiragana characters match up pretty much precisely. Now, let me just jump into here so you can see the characters. I'm not sure if you can see these clearly on screen right now. These are the hiragana characters in Japanese. You've got the vowels across the top, a, I, u, e, and o. And then they've got these kind of combined sounds here. So combined sounds is the wrong word. Um, we've got ka, ki, ku, ke, and ko. And you can see that the vowel sounds kind of match as they're going down, but you've got different consonants at the beginning. So we have a at the very top, ka, sa, ta, all the way down. If I jump into Katakana Pro, you will see the same vowel sounds written in English. We've got a, I, u, e, and o, but the characters look different. Um, Thank you, Bath Noodle. I'm learning this, not exactly for the first time. I learned a little bit of Japanese a few years back using these two apps, Katakana Pro, Hiragana Pro, a little bit of Duolingo. Um, and I had a few one-to-one Japanese lessons. Um, but yeah, I'm trying my best, and now kind of I was hoping to start again and to do it on a live stream. Maybe having an audience will push me to work a little harder. But yeah, with katakana here, the vowel sounds look exactly the same, right? We have a, I, u, e, and o, and then going down the list, you have a, ka, sa, ta, and it looks the same. And I remember when I first started learning Japanese, I thought that it was kind of ridiculous. Why have you got two character sets with the same sounds? It didn't make sense to me straight away. And when I was learning, when I went to Japan after having learned a little bit of hiragana, um, I found that being able to read some hiragana was really, really useful because you would see. Okay, here's a word that I was so happy that I learned, and that was wasabi. Wasabi is a flavor that I can't stand. Um, but when you go to Japan, you could find, wasabi flavored ice cream and things like that. And if you couldn't read the hiragana and if they didn't have it written down in English, you could think that you were getting some green tea ice cream and end up with wasabi. So even though I can't really speak Japanese, I don't know that many full sentences, being able to read the words wasabi, which is, if you don't know, it's a very spicy kind of Japanese flavor. Um, Being able to read that word wasabi empowers you not to buy the wrong ice cream. So it's useful. Just being literate is useful. And that brings me over to katakana, because katakana is used a lot for words that are not Japanese. For example, English names or English surnames, or I say English, that's a little bit, Anglo-centric. Any foreign language words spoken in Japanese would be written with this alphabet here that you can see. Um, it would be written in katakana. What else would be written in katakana? Names is the main thing. But the cool thing is that there are a lot of loan words in Japanese. So let me just show you what I mean. I bought these the other day. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you know this brand. But this is Koala Match, Koala's Match. They're Japanese biscuits. This one has chocolate on the inside. And the whole name here is written not in hiragana, not in the main Japanese alphabet. It is written in katakana. And by the way, my katakana is bad. But I'm going to try and read this, okay? And you can kind of like match these characters up to the katakana alphabet that I've got over here. This one is koara, koara, koala. And I think this is machi, which would be March. So koara no is a hiragana word right down there. Koara no machi. And I know the name, I knew the name of it anyway, but being able to read katakana will help you with reading the names of shops and of brands and people's names, country names. There's a whole lot of words here that are written using this alphabet. But this is how katakana can kind of empower you. Let's have a look down here. And I'm not sure if you can see that clearly. Okay, I know. Now, again, my katakana is not very good. Family. That says family. Family paku. This is the family pack of Koala Match, which means that I have to share this with my family. I wasn't planning to, but that's what the katakana is telling me to do. And we can have a look on the back. Oh, we missed one of the words. So yeah, we have, sorry, I'm just trying to line this up with the camera. Koala's Match family pack. And you see this all the time in Japan. When I visited Japan, knowing a little bit of katakana kind of opens your eyes to how many foreign language words are being used in Japanese. And at first, I thought that it was weird that you have to learn two separate alphabets to read Japanese. Um, but when you see it being used, in the wild, when you see it being used in Japanese sentences, it's quite cool and quite useful being able to see that the katakana words are separate. They immediately stand out as being not native Japanese words. And I think that's kind of useful. I think it will help you when you are learning. So yeah, let's get back into this app which I wanted to introduce to you, which is Katakana Pro. I'm not sure whether you're watching last week or not. And I'll just show you how this app works. So there's two parts to this app. One of them is, okay, hold on, I just jumped through that. One of them is the flashcards. So let's have a look here. Earn 10 stars to master each kana. Okay. Now it's spoken the word out. It says this word is I, and it's given us a choice at the bottom. O, I, and E. So let's choose I. Now we have E. I'm going to jump out of this for a second because I wanted to change it. Um, I find that having the choice at the bottom isn't great. So let's say you're trying to learn katakana for the very, very first time. This app is quite useful because it will present the characters to you, it will sound them to you, and then you have to remember what the character is. You have to memorize them. I'm just going to change the settings a little bit. So let's jump into the settings here. And there is a setting down here called tap to show choices. I want to leave that on because I don't want to have any prompts in front of me kind of reminding me what the word is. So let's jump out of this and we'll go back into Katakana Pro. Okay, so this time it hasn't told me what the word is. I think I remember it. I think this is o. There we go. O. Was that on our koara? Oh no, that was ko. Okay. O. I can't remember this word. I don't know if any of you remember it. Okay, my hiragana is pretty good. Um, I haven't learnt katakana for a couple of years now, so I think it's wa. No, it can't be. This is the first. Hold on, hold on. We learn the vowel sounds first, so it's either a, I, u, e, or o. So is this u? There we go. Okay, the next one is e. We've already done this one. U,
u,
E,
e,
and O.
o,
Okay, so what this app is going to do is it's going to present these words to you again and again and again. And it does 5 at a time, which matches the number of vowels in Japanese. Um, and if you get it right 10 times, it will give you new words to learn. So you learn a, I, u, e, and o first, and then it moves on to ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, and it goes through the whole character set. Again, this one was u, u, u,
u,
u, o.
o,
Okay, and this app is quite good. When I was learning hiragana, I'd be on public transport with my headphones in, and I used both this app, Katakana Pro and Hiragana Pro, um, for a couple of weeks before traveling to Japan, and it was really helpful. That alongside some other apps and some other videos that I was learning. I I'm interested to know how bad my katakana is. Okay, I'm going to jump into Hiragana Pro just for a second. And there's a test that you can do. Hopefully, this is going to take me 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to try and test myself on all the hiragana characters and see how many I can remember. Okay, and I'm going to use, hold on a second. I'm going to try not to look at the choices. Okay, let's see how well we do. This one is shi,
shi,
yu,
yu,
e,
e,
su,
su,
ta,
ta,
ku,
ku,
nu,
nu,
na,
na,
ma.
ma,
I'm so scared. Wa,
wa,
a,
a,
I,
i,
yo,
yo,
hi,
hi,
chi. Be careful with this
chi,
one. Ro,
ro,
wo,
wo,
ko,
ko,
ka.
ka,
I hope you're not getting bored. Fu,
fu,
ya,
ya,
to,
to,
ne,
ne,
re,
re,
ho,
ho,
ki,
ki,
ke,
ke,
no,
no,
u.
u,
Are we nearly done yet? Ni,
ni,
mu,
mu,
ri,
ri,
me,
me,
mm,
m,
tsu,
tsu,
ru,
ru,
mi.
mi,
I keep looking at the choices. So,
so,
o.
o,
I think I've got them all right. Se,
se,
mo,
mo,
te,
te,
ho, ha, ha, ha.
ha,
Hot and ha look kind of similar. Sa,
sa,
he,
he,
ra.
ra,
Okay, I nearly stumbled a couple of times there. Um, but I think that I'm okay with hiragana. But I'm not really as quick as I could be at recognizing them. But again, I haven't practiced this for a couple of years now. Last week was my first time, doing hiragana again. Um, but if I go into katakana, I'm scared that I'm not going to get any more than 50% of these right. Okay, let's try this. I I'm gonna do so badly at this. Eh. Okay, I know that one because we've just done it.
e,
Was this one u?
u,
Again, I'm trying not to look at the choices at the bottom. Su,
su,
ta. No, it's not ta. Hold on, hold. This one is nu.
nu,
Hi,
hi,
ya. Oh, it's not ya. Ya.
ya,
Okay, there's two characters that look the same. One of them is so, and one of them is mm. Mm. Now I know that it's so from this one because I've got the choices at the bottom. But I remember that the way that you write it So is that first line coming down is quite steep. It's like it's going towards the bottom of the word, but is going towards the top. We'll see in a second when we come across it. But I think in a moment I'll be able to explain kind of clearly my problem that I've had with katakana. So,
So.
okay, ne,
Ne.
ta,
Ta.
ki.
Ki.
This one is ke, I think.
Ke.
Ka. The
Ka.
ka here looks kind of it looks quite similar to the hiragana ka. This one is ro or ko? Ro,
Do.
o,
O.
he,
He.
ru, ru, ru,
Ru.
chi.
Chi.
I'm really struggling with this. Na,
Na.
fu,
Fu.
i.
I.
Now, ma and mu also look almost the same. I know that it's mu. I've just seen it at the bottom, but if I had had the choice here between mu and ma, I would have gotten it wrong, I'm sure.
Mu.
Mu. Oh, this is the other one that I was telling you about. So this one is sa,
Sa.
ra.
Da.
I have just done mu, so I should remember that this one is ma. I'm still forgetting.
Ma.
Ma. This one should be wa.
Wa.
Ri,
Ri.
ni.
Ni.
I want to take a break for a second. So again, my problem here is that that katakana looks more simple. There's a lot less strokes to every word. Every word looks easier to write, but there's a lot of words that look similar to each other, and it means that it just takes me a second longer to kind of recognize the characters. And what it also means is that I've got to work hard to memorize these and to get used to using them. So let's keep going here. So the next one is shi.
Shi.
I thought that it was ru, but I can see down there it's re.
Re.
Yo,
Yo.
mo.
Mo.
We're nearly done. I'm sorry, this is taking forever. Fu. Oh, not fu. This is ho.
Ho.
Ku.
Ku.
No. This looks kind of like the middle part of. Now I'm going to see if I can go the right way here. No goes down and all the way around. And this just has that kind of like that downstroke to it. And you'll notice with a lot of the katakana characters that they have parts of the hiragana character in them. So not has that stroke, but it doesn't have the rest of the circle. So this is not.
No.
What was this one? Do you know it? I don't. I know that it's not ke, and I know that it's not keep. So I'm going to say wo.
Wo.
Me. I just made a rookie mistake. I saw it, I said it correctly, me. And then I saw ME and I was thinking in English, like the word me in English, and I clicked it. Me would be MI.
Mi.
This one is ha,
Ha.
a,
A.
tu, and tu and she look almost the same as well. I'll talk about those in a second and how I remember which one is which.
Tu.
Tu, this one is you,
You.
te,
Te.
to,
To.
se.
Se.
Is this new? No, I've already done new, right? Me,
Me.
ko.
Ko.
That 96 is not accurate. I know that I'm not good at this and I want to get good. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about a little bit today. Um, Let me just jump back into the screen that shows all of the characters here. So there are a few characters that I've been mixing up. Now let me just have a look here. We have she over here,
She.
And where is tsu? Tsu should be. Oh, I've lost you. Da, da, da. Tsu.
Tsu.
Okay, then. She and tsu. Now, she has got, again, I'm going to try and do this the right way round. It's got two small lines there, and then it's got one long line. And if you think of like the order that you would write that, it's going down first. And the hiragana character for she also goes down first. And that's how I kind of separate it out from this
Tsu.
word tsu, because tsu has got two lines going across, and then it goes down. And the character tsu also kind of goes the same way. And that's how I remember it. I used to mix it up a lot. And I have the same issue with mm, this one here. Mm.
Mm.
The line is kind of going into the top of the word. But with so,
So.
it's going towards the bottom. It doesn't look that different. And I think it's going to be pretty easy to mix up. So how can we best learn these words? My plan for the coming week is to play Katakana Pro every day and to see if I can kind of get good at this. I hope I can, but I know that this is a weak point for me right now. Last week, when we were doing Hiragana Pro, I showed you a video, and let me just see if I can find it here. Um, he, I showed you a video called Learn All Hiragana in 60 Minutes from Japanese Pod 101. And it was quite a good video because they use pictures. Hold on, let me just show you. Learn Hiragana in 60 Minutes with Japanese Pod 101. If you're trying to learn Hiragana, um, I suggest you watch this video because let me just show you here. Okay.
Notice the difference. Ka. Ga.
Okay, hold on a second.
Ga.
I'll just show you the next one.
Okay.
Okay, look at this word.
Next up is the hiragana.
This one is ki. And you may have learnt this character already, but if you were learning it for the first time, how would you remember what this word is? Okay, hold on a second. On the video, they tell you that it looks kind of like a key. And I think it does. This method of trying to remember characters based on what they look like or what they don't look like was really useful for me when I was learning hiragana. But when learning katakana, I found that it didn't work quite that well for me because, again, the characters look super similar to each other. Let me see if I can find that video. Learn hiragana in 60 minutes. I've put a link to these videos in the description so you can try and find it. Hold on a second. Katakana. Okay. From the same channel, Japanese Pod 101. I'll see if I can jump to the same word. Where are you? Ki. Ki, 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 ki. Should be around here. Okay. So they've done the same thing here where they're kind of referencing what you might have learned in Hiragana Pro. A lot of the pictures that they use to try to teach you what the words, like how to remember the words, I found that it wasn't quite as useful. Right? I'm having problems with katakana, but I found that learning katakana from this video, like this one, they said that this one looks like a skier, so it's I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to remember it. Anyway, I said that we were going to do Duolingo today. Let me just jump back in. So yeah, if you want to learn hiragana or katakana, I strongly recommend these two apps, Hiragana Pro and Katakana Pro. Hiragana Pro is what taught me hiragana, and Katakana Pro is what is going to teach me katakana over the coming week. So I want to jump back into Duolingo. And let me just have a look here. Do I have any new friends? Not that I can see. If you are learning Japanese or any language with Duolingo, please add me. You can add me. The username is AnthonyKel, ANTHOAY. I don't know how to spell my own name here. ANTHONYKEL. And when you do that, I will be able to see how hard you're working, and you'll be able to see how hard I'm working as well. So here I can see me and this other user, and I can see that they haven't been doing Duolingo all week. I have, look, I've been doing it every day since Wednesday. And yeah, you can add me here and, put a bit of pressure on me to keep learning. Oh, hold that thought. There's something different here. Okay, so I've been learning with Duolingo for a while, and there's a new screen that I've never seen before. Let's learn Hiragana. Is this going to be better than Hiragana Pro? Let's have a look. Get to know the main writing system in Japanese. So this is my first time looking at this. Let's just see if this is any good or not. Learn the characters. Okay, start lesson. Let's see how this works. Japanese has three writing systems. We know that, right? There's hiragana, katakana, and kanji. In hiragana, each character represents a syllable. For example, ushi is pronounced ushi, and it means cow. I didn't know that. Can you figure out what sushi means? This is what I was talking about before, that, you know sushi in English. But when you see it written down in Japanese, if you haven't learned hiragana, you might not recognize it. So we have su, we have shi. Okay, let's just see how this works. No way. Okay, trace the characters. Trace the character. Su. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is nice. Now, um, I'll just tell you what's going on here. I'm tracing my finger over the characters, and if my finger kind of like wobbles a little bit, okay, su, it it still writes it the correct way. Su, okay, shi. So let me just show you if you can see this kind of clearly. Even if I go away from the word, it's not going to write it incorrectly, but you have to try and follow the line here. Shi, shi. Okay, this is pretty good. Su and shi. Su. We're in this together. We're practicing Japanese with 11,630 other learners right now. How many were online last week? I think it was a similar amount. Shi. Okay, then. Now, I'm not going to jump in and write shi here because I'm trying to learn this. So we have shi, su, u, and ko. Shi. Shi, right? Okay. U. I really like this. So one thing about Katakana Pro and Hiragana Pro is that it's basically just flashcards and a test, which means that if you're on public transport, it's pretty easy for you to just jump in and to test yourself and jump out again. Um, this is a little bit more involved because you have to listen to what they say and then choose the character. Um, or you have to do handwriting in here as well. So this is something that I think that I would prefer to sit down and do rather than, you know, doing on the train. We know that one already. Okay, we have she, ko. Is that right? Oh, she is that one. Su, ko, she, and u. What was the sound again? U. Su, u, she, and ko. Select the correct character for she. Okay. I'm going to try and get through this a little bit faster. No, I'm not. I'm going to jump out because today we're supposed to be learning. Oh, advertising helps fund Duolingo's mission. Okay, that's great. Thanks. Okay, I'm going to jump into katakana because that's what I said that we would be learning today. Okay, let's learn to read katakana. Japanese has three writing systems. We know that. This one is called katakana. Katakana is typically learned after hiragana because it's used primarily for words borrowed from other languages. Sometimes it's used for emphasis, like bold or italics. I didn't know that. Um, but I think I had noticed it before that sometimes I would see words written in katakana that were Japanese words. And I remember wondering why it was written in katakana and not hiragana, but it says here that it can be used for emphasis. Katakana uses different symbols to represent the same syllables used in hiragana. That's what I said earlier, but they say it in a much more concise and correct way here. So here we have ika, ika. I'm not sure where the emphasis is here, which means squid. Okay. Uh, can you figure out how to say it? Ika, ika. Okay. Ah, I know that one already. Ah, ka. Again, ka. I remember the word ka because, so I haven't told you this unless you were watching last week. I live in Hong Kong, so I see a lot of Chinese characters all the time. Um, and this actually looks like the Chinese character for power. Um, but there is a word like this, but with an extra part on the side of it, like a square, a mouth shape, um, which is ka in Cantonese, which means to add. And this word reminds me of that word. So that's just like a little trick that I have to remember that this is ka. Um, on that video from Japanese Pod 101, they said that it looks kind of like a knife cutting. So like ka, you know, you have to try and find ways of remembering the characters that work for yourself. Once you've learnt the character, the trick kind of doesn't matter anymore because you'll see the word and you'll just recognize it for what it is. But for a beginner, it is quite useful for you to have something in your mind to associate with a word so that you remember it. Cat. Okay, we know this. Okay, we have cat, I, a, and sa, maybe? Sa? Okay. We are looking for a. Okay. My hard work is paying off. Maybe. A, I, ka, and sa. We are looking for ka. Okay, sa. And from if I'd just been learning this from Katakana Pro, I wouldn't be learning the stroke orders. I hadn't really planned on learning how to write correctly with a pen. Um, but if you learn it in the meantime, why not? Sa, sa, a, ka, I, and sa. Did you hear what they said? A. Okay. Uh, a, sa, ka, and I. I'm going to get good at this. I am. I'm already okay at hiragana. I'm going to get good at katakana. Okay, we have ka, I, a, and sa, I. Okay, down and down. I. Okay, we have a, I, ka, and sa. Here we have I. We have I, a, sa, and ka. We're looking for sa. Hold on, my voice is going. By the way, don't buy black Pepsi. It's the worst. Okay, a, sa, ka, and I. What did you say again? A. Ka, I, sa, and a. I've had that black Pepsi in my fridge for about a month. Um, so I thought if I'm going to drink it, I'm going to drink it on camera. It's really not good.
サイ
Oh, hold on a second.
サイ
That sounds like two vowels.
サイ
Sai. Let's have a look. So maybe sa
さ
and i.
い
Sai,
か
ka. Again, we're
か
good with this. Okay. This is like a matching thing where they put in this case, the katakana characters on the one side, and then the romaji on the other side. And you just match
か
them up. Ka and ka,
あ
a and a, I
い
and I, sa
さ
and sa. And you'll notice we're only learning about 5 characters right now. And I think that they don't want to give you too much at the same time. It's the same on Katakana Pro. You learn a few characters at a time, and it's a lot easier. When I was learning from that video, Hiragana in 1 hour and Katakana in 1 hour, I didn't watch the whole video at once. I watched 5 words at a time. So it starts with a, I, u, e, and o, and learned a little bit of vocabulary using those sounds. And then I practiced a, I, u, e, and o on Hiragana Pro. And once I'd learnt those 5 characters, I then moved on to the next 5. And I went back to these videos on YouTube and watched the section talking about those characters. So it was a lot easier to learn kind of 5 at a time than it would be to learn all the characters at once. Okay, great work. Let's make this more challenging with less sound. What do you think that means? I think it just means that they're not going to sound the words when you tap on them. Let's have a look. Okay, this is a hard exercise. Let's sit properly. Select the correct character for sa. Okay, we have a. It didn't say anything. I wonder if the game thinks that I've been cheating by tapping on the character first. Okay, a, I, sa, and ka. Okay, select the correct character for sa. We're doing the hard exercises.
い
I. Okay, what do you hear? Okay, the first one here is sa. The second one is ka, I, and a.
い
I. Okay, we're doing well. Okay, we're going to match the pairs again with no sounds this time. Sa, ka, a, and I. Oh, I thought we
か
were done. Oh, what was that?
いか
Ika? That was the word from the beginning. Do you remember what Ika meant? I think it was squid, right? Like from Splatoon. Ika, I. Oh, hold on a second. Can we use the keyboard? No, we can't. Okay. Ika. Okay, we're doing well. My streak continues. Okay. Okay, this is quite nice here. So they're kind of showing you on the screen how many of the characters that you've learned. Um, yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. This could be useful, especially because my katakana is bad. So I don't know. I probably won't do the hiragana part, or I might rush through it. But I'm definitely going to learn katakana from these new exercises. So these weren't here last week, so I think these are actually new to the app. If you are learning Japanese with Duolingo, then yeah, have a look in there and see how useful it is for you. Okay, so I want to jump back into the main exercises here. And in the past week, I haven't done that many of these exercises. And that's because I was kind of hoping to do it on stream rather than rushing ahead by myself and then having nothing to talk about. So I've done some revision of Hiragana 1 and Hiragana 2. I did that during the last week. Um, and on my phone, I've been doing daily practice. So if you download Duolingo on your phone, they will send you some annoying notifications every day trying to get you to keep practicing and to keep studying. Um, but it kind of works. I've been doing it. And pretty much every day when I go out, if I'm on the train, I will load up Duolingo and I'll spend 1 or 2 minutes just doing the exercises to practice the things that I've already learned. I haven't moved on from that. I haven't gone ahead because I wanted to do it here with you. So again, today we said that we were going to do katakana. So let's have a look at katakana 1, which I haven't studied in a couple of years. Su. Okay. Okay, we know that one. Su. I. Right now, I'm wondering, is there a point in doing this one if we've now got our katakana exercises on the other page? Tap. Sometimes the pronunciation is a little bit difficult to hear. Hold on a second. I don't know if you can hear this. Tap. A cat. I know this one. Um, cat is neko, right? Neko. Okay, we have a few words here. We have inu, neko, and tori. I think tori was bird. The, so this Duolingo, the main study section of Duolingo, they will teach you the Japanese characters, but they also teach you some basic vocabulary before moving on to sentences. So I should have learned this already. Okay then. Neko,
猫
that's a cat. Okay, let's keep. Now, oh, hold on a second. So, if you remember, keep in hiragana looks kind of the same at the top with that line going down and two lines going across, but there's a loop at the bottom of it. In katakana, you're missing the loop. It's just the top part. But there's this little dakten at the top. The dakten, these little lines there, change the sound. So now my pronunciation might be off here, but ki with more of a K sound changes to gi with more of a G sound. So let's listen again.
ぎ
Gi.
ぎ
So yeah, pay attention to that dakten. If you see it, then remember that the sound is going to change.
ぎ
Gi.
ぎ
Mm. Okay. Which of these is France? Do you know your flags? So remember I was saying that katakana characters are often used for loan words from other languages. They're also often used for the names of countries. Not always. So I think if memory serves, you will see the name for Japan and it will be written in kanji, and kanji are based on Chinese characters. Yeah, there's another set of characters that you have to learn when learning Japanese. Hiragana for Japanese words, katakana for loan words, and kanji is sprinkled throughout the language. There's these, you'll see a whole bunch of Japanese katakana and hiragana words in a sentence, and they're going to throw a Chinese word into the middle of it for you. For me, because I live in Hong Kong, it's a little bit um, easier. At least I might not know how to say the word, but I will likely recognize the character. Um, but if you've never learned Chinese, then there's a whole nother set of characters for you to learn. So I hope you're up for the challenge. Okay, so we have a few words here. We have America, camera, um, Mexico, and France. I know which one is France.
フランス
France. Oh, hold on a second. We've got the sounds. We're not on hard mode anymore. Okay, let's have a listen.
アメリカ
America,
カメラ
camera. Um, in Japan, there's a store called Big Camera, and you'll see this word everywhere.
カメラ
Camera.
メキシコ、
Oh, they kind of blend together a little bit.
メキシコ、
Mexico, Mexico,
メキシコ、
Mexico. Okay.
フランス、
France. Okay. I think we're doing all right.
た、
Okay, we have ta, I, su, and gi.
た、た、
When you start doing Duolingo, um, you'll look at the word and you'll look at the multiple choice options at the bottom. And it looks ridiculously easy when you start because you'll hear this
た、
and you'll know that there is no way that it is any of the other answers. Don't worry, they're lulling you into a false sense of security. Or to put it in a nice way, they're kind of holding your hand at the beginning. They'll say, oh, which one of these words is America? And there'll be an American flag and a picture of the country, and you'll know what the answer is. But as you progress through the app, they do that less and less, and they kind of hand more over to you. So we have
た、
tap. Okay. Nice. Practice always pays off. Okay. Now, do you remember what I was saying about the dakten? Those two little lines in the corner here? And that's changed this first one from ki to
き、
gi. Don't forget that. I, su, and ta. This time we're looking for I. Okay. We have ki, ta, su, and I.
た、
Okay, this one was mi. Not M-E, me. M-I, mi. I, gi, and which one was this at the end? Is it n or is it su, so, su? My katakana is terrible. Okay. Mi, I, gi,
き、
and that last one. Mm. Oh no. I did exactly the same thing last week when I was going through all of the options. And then I get to the end of it and I forget to actually answer the question. Okay, Duolingo now thinks that I don't know the character for gi. Okay, hold on a second. You can turn on unlimited hearts for free and learn at your own pace. I think we're all right for now. Keep going. Okay. Yeah, keep going. Oh, that's not disappearing. Hold on. Okay. I think we found a bug. Let's see if we can get through this. Hold on. Select the correct character for n. We have I, su,
す、
n,
ん、
and ta.
た、 ん、
I can't get
た、
past this screen. I'm stuck. Okay. How about if I click turn on unlimited hearts? Is that going to get rid of it? Okay, we now have unlimited hearts turned on. It seems that you have to turn it on. Maybe they didn't expect anybody to say no. Okay, select the correct character for su. Okay, we have gi, because we know that one.
き、
Ta,
た、
mm,
ん、
and su.
す、
Okay. Mi,
み、
I,
い、
gi.
き、
Mm. Okay, let's try this. Gi.
き、
We're nearly done. Am I going to have to pay for these unlimited hearts later? I,
い、
su,
す、
mm,
ん、
and ta.
た、
Okay, what's the correct character for
ん、
We've got this. Okay then, and we are now moving up the rankings, I guess. I don't know these people here, so this is a public leaderboard that they've got. Um, but I would very much like it if you could uh, add me down here, and then you can join our private leaderboard. Okay, so I'm going to keep trying to learn katakana this week. One method that I remember I was talking to a Japanese teacher a while back, and even back then I said that I thought that katakana was harder for me to learn than hiragana. And my teacher said that her children had the same issue. that they learnt hiragana really easily. When you start learning to read in Japanese as a child, um, the books are written in hiragana. And even characters that would later on be written in kanji, in those Chinese characters, even those words would be written out in hiragana in books for, kindergarten children. So the kids in Japan learn hiragana first, and then they start to learn katakana and kanji later on. And my teacher told me that her children had the same problem learning Japanese katakana characters. And the way that she said that they finally learned them was through Pokemon. She was telling me that the names of Pokemon are katakana characters. So I was just going to have a look in here to see if we can read any of the names of these. Um, I don't know who your favorite Pokemon is, but we can jump here. And everybody knows Pikachu in English, right? But if we have a look right there, Pikachu is written in katakana. So, yeah, if you're struggling to learn katakana, maybe you can learn with the names of Pokemon. Some of the names of the Pokemon are the same in English and in Japanese, like Pikachu. Um, how about this guy, Nidoran? Nidoran in English. And in Japanese, his name is Nidoran. So, yeah, I guess I could practice the names of Pokemon. Um, I do play Pokemon Go. If you want to see some of my Pokemon videos, you can go to YouTube. Um, Actually, no, go to anthonykelly.live and find the link to my YouTube because again, I haven't got the custom URL yet. But okay, this Pokemon here is called Ninetales in English. You should know Ninetales, right? And the name in Japanese is completely different. It is Q-Con. Q-Con, is that right? So maybe that's another way for me to learn katakana characters. I could try to learn them while playing Pokemon Go. Anyway, I'm going to go in a second. It's been really nice for you to join me while I've been practicing katakana on this live stream. And hopefully, I'll be a little bit better at it this time next week.